Greetings, travelers, and welcome back to another episode of Tales of the Dice Roll. Last we left off, our group had been threatened by Sir Volomir in an attempt to halt their efforts in finding the city of Kytus. How will our group proceed? Find out in this episode of Pen and Paper.
You guys eventually find the bar that you were directed to, the Prancing Gnome, where Dantes was last seen. And as you walk in, it's a relatively empty bar for early in the morning, and Dantes is very easy to pick out. Sitting up at the bar, just kind of hunched over his drink, just not really paying attention to his surroundings.
Walk up to him and just immediately start talking. So we met up with your drow friend.
Yes. How did that go?
Terrible.
Oh.
Little rat fingers touching all over my body. They knocked me out with some sort of something. I did learn the information that people don't want us to find Kytus. However, I would greatly appreciate some more information about our friend, Volomir.
I see. Well, Volomir can be a bit rough in his ways, but if he told you not to look for the city of Kytus, I'm afraid I must keep my lips sealed. I'm a man of, well, some honor, at least, and I'll keep my word to him. If he is to tell you no more, then I shall keep my lips sealed. He is a man with much power and a long reach, so I'd like to stay out of his way. And he kind of like, almost instinctively looks over his shoulder, just kind of checking out the bar.
Why wouldn't he want us to find this city?
That is up for Volomir to decide. I'm not high up on the totem pole. I'm more of a middleman, here and there.
What does Volomir do? What is Volomir's association with these rats?
Oh, I assume they most likely just work for him, but even still, talk like this is concerning for me. I don't like to whisper and rumor.
I don't know. Shall we take this private?
There's no more private when Volomir's around. He is a man with many ears and many eyes. Look.
Listen, what if I was to say that I could make a room where no one could see in, no one could see out? Follow us back. We could close off a little door. Listen, I know some magic. I got myself some things. You guys could talk on your own. I could watch it out.
Roll a persuasion check.
This is deception, by the way. I'm completely lying.
Okay, roll a deception check.
Can I help with this?
You can absolutely assist. Just roll with advantage because he's helping you. He looks a little wary, and then he goes, meet me back at your tavern somewhere around tonight. I'll find you. Okay? Now, and when you meet me, bring my gold. Now, leave me be. We shall not talk any longer. And he goes back to his drink.
Of course. See you then.
I shall.
I appreciate your help.
Of course. And he goes back to his drink.
What do we do?
So, you guys now have a meeting set up with Dantes. Where would you guys like to go now?
We should think of an idea how we can pretend to set it up.
Say, I want to go back to a tavern, and though we are not going to soundproof a room, I do want to set it up, maybe trap something, but how should we do this? Because I feel like things might get a little dicey with this man.
I do have a bear trap.
Once he walks in, we'll set it down.
Oh, I have an idea. So we get Dante to come to the back with us. Even though Vladimir may be listening, we completely ruin his relationship with Vladimir, so he's forced to come with us.
Oh, okay. I'm actually okay, I see what you mean.
We make him call him a poopy head.
Force him to, enemy of my enemy kind of thing.
It's like, you have nowhere to go, so why come with us? So just come with us.
Volomir is listening in on this conversation now, so I doubt this would work.
I do want to get smoke bombs.
All right, you're looking for smoke bombs?
I want to go check out a tinker's shop.
All right.
I'm gonna go to the back of the tavern where we're gonna meet Dante and set it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the library and read about Lesrin.
So you are going to the library again.
Correct.
You walk into the library and you see the same older gnomish lady that helped you out. She's like, you're back? Have you come back for more research?
I have, yes. I'm looking into Lesren now.
Yes, I have a bit more books on Lesren than I do on the wastes. Let me go and gather some books for you really quick. She scurries off, goes to the whole pneumatic tube thing and everything, and she comes back with a much larger roundel of paper, and she's like, these should help you, and she directs you to a section there on the first floor, and you come across bookshelves upon bookshelves of history books and books upon personal families and lineages all throughout the history of the country of Lesren.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Nick, you arrive back at the tavern. It's still relatively uncrowded as it's, still pretty early in the morning. What do you want to do?
He said to meet in the back or in the tavern?
He said just meet you guys in the tavern. He's kind of relying on you guys of where you're going to meet in this tavern.
Okay, so we're gonna meet him, then go somewhere safer.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the back of the tavern.
All right. Kind of walk up to one of the barmaids. Are you asking if you can use the back room?
No, I was like the back outside.
Oh, the back just out back in the open?
We're meeting in the outhouse.
So just to clarify, he's saying he can make a room to where no one can hear in, and you want to meet him outside? I just want to see where you're going with this.
Is there a dumpster outside?
They've got kind of like a stable. I mean, they've got a stable for horses to stay at, and like a little barn area that can be closed off.
Because the thing I'm thinking is that there's wood in the tavern, so you want to go somewhere that's nice, solid ground. And it's surrounded by horses. The horses can muffle ourselves. Oh, this is the stable's like surrounded by horses, or just.
There's a good couple horses. There's about 5 horses in the stable. There's about 5 horses in the stable, and you see a younger stable boy who kind of pricks up and he's like, "Do you have a horse, sir? Would you like to stable him here?" Moo. And as he kind of looks up from playing with a little ball, he's like, I'm so sorry, sir, if I offended you with my animal talk. I'm not sure. Can I help you in any way? And he's averting his eyes from you. He's just dead set on the ground.
I need a stable.
For the horse or for you, sir? I'm not sure how it works. I've never met a minotaur.
For me and others.
I'm not sure I understand what. And he's at this point visibly shaking. And he's like, I'm not sure what you mean, sir. Do you need a room to stay in? The tavern has very nice rooms. But we also, and with a shaky hand, he gestures towards the back of the barn where you see it's got a pretty solid door. And he's like, we also have our tack room where we keep feed for the horses, if you'd like to see that.
The barn would do nice.
Okay, feel free to look around and see what you need to see. As you start to look around the stable and the barn, it's a very open stable. The stalls just open straight onto the street. It's got a ceiling that's about 8 feet. It's about 10 feet across, about 15 feet wide. And there's barrels of grain, and there's tacks and saddles up on the wall, a lot of ropes and everything hanging around, and a dusty hay-covered floor.
Because that's where people, they always expect us to go where people stay, not where animals stay.
You're half of both.
Thinking of both sides here. I think the barn would do nicely.
The little stable boy's like, whatever you wish, sir. And he's very, very scared.
I knee down to him and look him in the eyes.
He looks up and he's like,
hold out your hand. I give him a gold coin.
Thank you, kind sir. And he slips it into a little pocket. He's like, anything else you require today? I'm at your service.
Nope, nothing right now. And that just starts setting it up.
All right.
The barn.
Sounds good. You go down a couple streets. It's very easy to pick out as you get close to the shop, a very acrid smell hits the smell of just raw gunpowder and explosives, and that sulfur just hits your nose, and you just know you're in the right place. And you walk in, and you don't immediately see anyone, and eventually you hear a loud and smoke pouring out of a back room. And Hello! I see you come into my shop. My name is Dmitri. It is an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Dimitri, nice to see you, nice to meet. I hear that you are able to provide me with some explosives. Timed ones are exactly what I'm looking for.
Well, yes, yeah, I do have some explosives. The timing aspect, I could maybe add on to them. Let me, come back to me tomorrow. I should have something cooked up for you. Let me go to work in here. I believe I can do what you're looking for.
I'll gladly come back tomorrow to see what progress you have made.
Well, I shall see you then.
Good day, Dimitri.
Good day. I didn't quite catch your name.
Archival, pleasure to
Archival.
meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Nick?
Alright, I'm gonna finish up everything.
So what are you setting up in here? What are you exactly wanting to do in this attack room?
I'm just cleaning everything, checking everything, making sure everything's nice.
After crashing around, almost like a bull in a China shop, you took it right out of my mouth.
They said it at the same time.
Place is nice.
It almost looks the same as when you came in, maybe a little worse. But there's only so much you can do with attack room to make it look so nice.
And the cherry on top, a hunting trap.
Just out in the middle of the floor,
Outside the door.
right outside the door. Like the only door that you can come in. It's right outside the door, just sitting there. Are you covering it up or is it just kind of there?
I'm gonna put some hay on it.
Okay.
Single straw of
I
hay.
hope if any of you walk into that attack room, one of you's rolling a perception check. At the end of the day, as the day starts to wind down, the patrons are coming into the bar. Are you guys sitting in the bar or are you guys all hanging out by the attack room with Nick?
Taruk, where are you? Moo. Why do you say moo? We know we can talk.
As you're walking up to the attack room, you see outside of the attack room, there's kind of this pile of hay right in front of the door. And you just kind of unconsciously shift it to the side, and you see the gleam of metal, and eventually you uncover a bear trap. It's sitting right in front of the attack room door.
Seems reasonable enough. And just
Step
step over.
inside. Sounds good.
I'm right behind with them.
You're right behind him. Are you still in the bar or are you out by the attack room?
I would have followed them, yeah.
And as I come in, I want to see the bar room or attack room and cast prestidigitation. Goddamn, clean up the room in there.
All right.
Make it nice and fancy.
Almost magically, the room looks way better. It looks way cleaner. After you guys aren't waiting long before you hear it against the door.
Is the bear trap on the outside or inside of?
The bear trap's on the outside.
I'll open the door.
In front of you stands Dantes.
Careful.
He goes, yes, I saw that. I wasn't sure if that was one of you.
Oh, trust me. Listen, you wanted a secret room, right? We're just taking precautions. Okay.
Right. I see you've picked a room. Shall I come inside?
And I'll exit as he comes in over the bear trap.
Okay, you're going outside?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. He steps in. He's wearing his normal clothes. He's got kind of a leather vest, studded leather vest on, his sword at his side, and he goes, well. And he shuts the door behind him. He's like, shall we speak?
What did we want to talk to him again about?
About the...
You're the one that brought him.
the drow man.
This was your idea.
Listen, I just got him here. You're supposed to ask him the
was
question.
your idea.
We could have gone to Lesbian by now.
Tell me more about Volomir, please, if you will. No one can hear you. There's no consequence of this.
Yes, I feel this should do. Volomir. From what I know about Volomir is, he's kind of like me. He's a middleman for someone I don't know, but he's not low on the totem pole, but he's not up there either. He's kind of the hand of whoever he works for. Volomir has his operations here in the city of Karthos is where he stays the most, but he has reaches into Integris, Sumplant, Kalkos. He can reach far, but as far as I know, he's not at the top of the totem pole. For their reach, I'm uncertain how far they can go, but Volomir is a dangerous man, and I am taking a risk on my life even speaking to you about him.
I'm trying to unravel more. Where could I find somewhere of his operation that we could get any more details of?
Any meeting I've had with Volomir has been in a location that I don't really know of. They keep me blindfolded when I go to meet Volomir.
Do you know if he has any connections in Lesrin?
For certain, I don't know, but I would not doubt that he could reach that far.
I read much about Reysack. There's not a high chance that, even if we went there, that he'd know. It's a very decentralized country.
What about Integris?
Integris, he has his hands there, but the Wizard Council is good at keeping security tight.
Do you see Skaven nearby? Is there anywhere they tend to...
Yes, he has many Skaven working for him.
What about in the city?
Yes, there's Skaven all under Karthos. They have warrens all throughout the city, underneath in the old sewer systems, and anywhere they can find a hole to stay in, the Skaven will make their home there. Somehow Volomir has consolidated his power over them. I don't know if they follow him willingly or are subservient in any way, though. I tell you only what I know.
Thank you. I appreciate the information you've given me. Although the original interaction with Volomir did not turn out well, this one, I believe, gave a little bit more help. And I count out 3 gold pieces. I'm like, huh?
I'm gonna grab.
I need 7 more. Anybody got?
This is why I left the room.
Split or
I'll put in 4.
that's how much left? There's 3.
I got 7.
3.
Let's go. And hand the 10.
He sinks it into a gold purse. And
We're good friends.
thank you. Any questions from you that I might be able to help with?
Any other advice of some kind?
What's the best way out of this place?
Out of Karthos.
Yes.
It's wherever you leave, Volomir will know. I don't know of any secret ways out of Karthos. Now, if this is everything, I must bid good day to all of you, and I wish you luck on your adventures.
All right.
Thank you.
Does he remember the bear trap?
You do want to try.
Watch the bear trap.
I shall.
All right, so you guys are just gonna pack in for the night?
Yep.
Sounds good.
See.
I'm definitely going to be more aware of rat people trying to kidnap us.
And just for extra precaution, hunting trap.
All right, in that case,
Housekeeping.
whoever wants to stay more aware,
Are we
roll a
s-
perception
Are we
check.
sleeping in the tack room, or do we actually have a...
You guys have rooms in this town.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Wait, what did you say? Roll for perception?
If you guys would like to stay more aware, you won't get the benefits of a long rest, but you can stay up and kind of keep track of what's going on.
Well, with a 2, I'll take a nap.
Okay.
And for that, I
Anyone
make
else
8 hours
staying up?
I'll stay watch because I only need to sleep 4 hours anyway for a long rest.
Sounds good.
I'm taking a nap.
No, I'm sleeping.
The night winds down. You guys retire to your rooms. Around 3 or 4 in the morning, you kind of hear a outside the door, and you hear like kind of scratching-ish sounds, and what sounds maybe kind of like an argument right outside your door.
I'm gonna scream out, "The bear trap went off!" And then I'm gonna kick the front door, yelling. Wait, are we all sleeping in the same room?
Yeah.
Same bed.
Yeah.
Same bed. Yes.
Yeah,
Spooning
you
each
guys
other?
all got a larger
All right.
room.
I'm the big spoon.
Then I'm gonna try to wake everyone up while yelling, and then, kick the door.
All right.
I want to see if
Did you
who's sitting
leave a
on-
bear trap out in the hallway?
Well, I thought that's where
I left it inside the door.
Oh, you left it inside the
I feel like
door?
leaving a bear trap in the hallway of a tavern is kind
Someone just drunk.
I care about my protection and mine alone.
The thumping noise did not sound like a bear trap going off, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna preface that.
I'm
I
gonna
guess I'm asleep.
retcon what I just said then
I'm asleep,
because I
yeah.
assumed bear trap going off.
Yeah.
I just want to try to make out what they're saying right now.
Do you speak Undercommon?
Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Infernal. Nope.
No. You hear a language that you've never really heard before outside the door.
All right.
And it sounds, the tone of the voices sound slightly heated. Not like super angry, but they seem hushed but heated.
I'm gonna quietly wake everyone and say that we need the exit. Is there like a back window?
There's a window out of your room.
How big's the window?
High enough to fit through.
Shush. There's rats. There's rats outside.
I knew it.
We need to go. We need to go now.
There's a window there.
Quiet, out the window. Who's fattest? Who's thickest?
Rats.
That's me, baby.
All right, you get through that window.
I'm gonna try to fit through the window.
Acrobatics check. All right, you're able to slip out the window pretty quiet.
I'm gonna try like catch
As quiet
up
as
to
a, 8 foot tall Minotaur man can slip out a
8
window.
and a half.
Yeah. 8.5 foot tall.
Yeah.
Nice.
You guys are on the first floor, which makes it a bit easier.
Yeah.
I want to stand
goodness we're
by
not falling
the
down.
door, just like ready with my sword, just as everyone's kind of going out.
All right.
I'll stick with you in case like anything does actually come through. I'm gonna like hold onto the rafters and I'm just gonna
Are you gonna try and like pin yourself Spider-Man style to like in between the rafters?
not like Spider-Man style, just kind of like hoop, and then like.
What do you do?
All right, now I'm crawling through. I rolled a 9 on my stealth check,
Okay.
and then acrobatics. It's a 19, 23 on acrobatics.
You're able to slip out the window pretty easily. Unfortunately, you do kind of kick a stool on your way out, and it rattles quite a bit as you slip out the window.
And I want to start circling the building.
All right, you're going like around to the front. Where are you?
I guess I'll follow him to the front to see
Follow
if
to the
who's
front.
at the door.
All right. As you guys start to walk around, the door to your room starts to creak open very slowly as the voices have gone quiet.
Can I see what it is?
The hallway's dark. They don't really have any candles or torches lit this late at night, so you cannot see anything.
Okay. Are they
Whatever's outside that door, it kind of blends in with the shadows.
I'm gonna try to decapitate it.
Okay.
I'm just
You're gonna bring your sword down on whatever comes.
sword
through that
down
door?
whatever walks
All
through.
right. As you bring your sword down on the first thing coming through the door, it kind of comes into the room, and the moonlight coming through the window allows you to see what is coming through this door now. And you have cleanly severed the head of a Skaven coming through your door. And you hear outside the door, and you hear scurrying down the hallway.
As soon as I hear that, I drop down and give chase.
All right. As you step out on the hallway, you see the mangled, broken body of Dantes is splayed out in front of your room. Whatever these rat guys were trying to do with him, it has now been foiled by your attack. But his very lifeless body is now slumped on the floor in front of your room, and you see the tail end of two Skaven slipping around the hallway.
Does he have the gold on? The 10 gold?
He does have 10 gold.
I'm looting the gold back off his body.
That is vile.
I'm chasing after them. Do I
Yeah.
catch up to them?
Yeah, you catch him at the front door, and you're able to kind of corner him. And
All right.
you see these two Skaven hunched over, trying to slip out the front door.
I was planning on jumping on both their heads. Just like heel first and back of the head.
So you're gonna try and hit both?
Yeah.
Like jumping on them? All right, yeah, you kind of come with this flying kick, and the Skaven have stopped because they see you two out at the front door, and you see them go to each other, and as like one turns, he kind of turns a little bit further, and just, and you hear a solid crack as this first one hits the floor and is out cold, and the second one is like, as he's like recovering from a boot to the face.
I'll hit the other one with just a.
All right, he's so like stunned by all this that he just crumples down, and the Skaven are out cold.
We need to leave now.
Shall I grab the Skaven?
Yes.
Yes.
You're able to easily just kind of sling one over the shoulder and just kind of carry another one under the arm.
I want to grab the decapitated head and just carry it along with me for a little bit.
All right, I will not question that, because that's not terrifying at all.
Jesus Christ, my body.
These ratmen stink. They smell bad. But you guys are now kind of out in the street at 3 in the morning of Karthos. What do you guys want to do?
We need to head towards the exit.
Well, no. I need my timed bomb. I need to find me a dwarf. I want to knock on Dimitri's shop and see if he answers.
I think they have like, it sounds like on foot's gonna be our best option.
Kind of pounding, and after a while, very disgruntled looking dwarf is like, "Ooh, what
Dimitri! Sorry
Do
to
you
wake
know
you.
what time it is?
I do. I'm sorry to wake you. Change.
Should we?
Planes. Vroom, vroom. Plans have changed.
He looks very confused.
Plans have changed, Dimitri. I'm on the hunt. We're being hunted. I can't talk. God damn. I need my timed bomb now. I know I said I'd pick it up tomorrow, but I need it now. We're vacating.
Yes. Come with me.
We need
You're
it
sure,
now!
Charles.
I hold the decapitated head.
That's
not gonna happen.
This kind of shocks him out of it. He's like, yes,
Listen, I'll
follow
pay you,
me.
sure.
No, this
We
wasn't a
need
threat.
it.
They're after us.
Oh, look! Yes, follow me. He brings you back to his shop, and he's like, here, I've made 2. I hope they work. And
What
you
do
can
I
see,
own?
And he looks kind of at the Skaven, the rat head, and he goes, I'll take whatever. Just at this point, I don't want any business of whatever this is.
We need to
Take
leave
this
now.
and leave.
Yep, we need to go. I'll give him
I'll give him
15 gold.
Oh, never mind.
15
I'll drop
gold.
15
He
gold.
looks-
I'll clean up his work area with
prestidigitation.
prestidigitation.
Sounds good.
On the
He
way out.
thanks you greatly, and he's like, please, whatever business you have, do not bring it to my shop. Get out, leave.
Goodbye, Dimitri.
As you're walking out the door, he warns you, he says, be careful, I didn't really have time to test them.
We'll be testing him soon. Goodbye.
With our group on the run, many questions lay unanswered. Running through the city streets, our heroes can only process one thought. Lesrin. How will they escape? Tune in next week to find out on another episode of Tales of the Dice Roll.